Hello everyone, welcome to Vivid Sea Art. Thank you for watching this. We hope you enjoy our video. Today we're
What are we going to be drawing? What are we going to be drawing?
We're drawing a penguin with a donut around it with some bunny ears since it's near Easter. A week away almost.
Yep.
And we hope you enjoy this video.
Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to go ahead and start off with a circle as we normally typically do. And that's going to be for the penguin's head. So we're going to do that. That's the little circles.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm. Heck, I might have made his circle a little too big.
I can.
You know what? I think I am going to erase that. I'm going to shrink that circle. I think your circle was fine.
It was like too like we should use that one tool that just does a circle.
There we go. I think this to fit everything in there, that size circle.
Is that good? Is this good?
Yep.
No, it's
And
not
so-
good. Hold on.
Well, I'm going to keep continuing.
Don't.
So we're going to do a line down the middle, but we're going to curve it
Okay, there we go.
like that. Because we're creating a three-dimensional or attempting to create a three-dimensional out of our circle.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm. That's a bigger circle than what you had.
Yeah.
And so now we're going to do the ears. So the way we're going to do ears for the little hat he's wearing, bunny ears, what we're going to do, we're just going to do a line here. So that way we know it's off to the side. And then we're going to do one ear slightly bigger up there. But we're just going to do lines. Because that's going to help you.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's not curved. You almost look like you have antennas going. Why don't you shrink the head, and in the meantime, I'll
I don't
show.
want to shrink the head.
You want to keep the head? Okay, we'll keep the head. So we're basically, now that we have that, so at the point here, we're going to come over like this.
I think.
Picture like, honestly, it kind of looks like a little surfboard maybe.
Like this, and then you just do. Oh, you do the middle.
Mm-hmm. But you look like you're just kind of doing your own thing now over there.
Well, I got this ear. I think these ears look pretty good, don't you? Oh, we need inking supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So there's the ears.
Wow, those are big ears, man.
Mm-hmm. They are very big ears.
Probably too big.
Now, what we're going to do real quick, we're going to place the face. So right here, where the little cross happens on the circle, we're going to do the beak. And the beak is just as short, almost looks like a little nose, really. But that's just
Like
going to
a
be
bunny.
almost like a bunny. Yep, just a little triangle, but that's going to be the beak of the penguin.
And then you're gonna do the yoop to make the shadow.
Not yet, because right now we have to do a circle, kind of follow the up part, because this is going to be the little hat or the little flap. And we're going to just kind of come out and do like this little circle. And then we're going to come off the head as if it's like a little flap. Heck, maybe it's got a little button, so we'll do a little circle as if maybe at one point he used to be able to strap it to his head or something.
He's got too big for it.
Yep, and then on the other side, you're going to do the same thing, but real quick, before we do that, I want to start on his cheekbone real quick. So what we're going to do on his cheekbone, we're going to come off where this little T is, and we're going to come out, this line right here, and we're going to come out, and we're going to come back in. Just like that. Now he's got a little cheek.
Like it.
Yeah, you have, so you got to follow the lines here, like that.
Oh, I got it. There we go.
A little bit. Here, let me.
have my cheek.
Your line's gotta be a little bit more.
What? Now it just look. It has an arrow shape now.
There you go. Erase that. I'll erase it. And then erase all this other stuff. You're cluttering your thing.
Good.
And then your beak. Remember, you gotta pay attention to the size of your head. or something that makes sense. See, look,
I'm gonna decorate
his beak. You
it.
got a bigger head, so your beak needs to be bigger. So now we're going to do another little line right over here. And that's going to make it look like it's going to match just as if he's wearing his little hat, little helmet. And then, you know, so you can distinguish it, we'll kind of shade it in a little bit so that we can see it a little better. And so, because this is bunny ears, we're going to do the same thing that we did up here, but not as high. I'm going to do the same thing here. And come back down.
Another cool trick to make it more. Oh, wait, I didn't supposed to add the middle.
What you added?
I was gonna add fur.
You add fur?
No, like, see how usually in the ear you have
A little fur. Well, since this is a hat, I think we can forgive it because it's not an actual bunny. It's a penguin wearing a bunny, wearing a bunny hat.
He might have killed the bunny.
He might have killed the bunny. Oh,
Wait, I'm gonna do some of my layers and add the little tail.
We don't want to.
I'm adding a tail.
You're adding a tail. Okay. We need to stay on track. So we're now going to go ahead and do the eyes. And then this one, we're going to make it just a little bit bigger. As if the bunny's head's kind of turning. Or, I mean, I know, the ears are throwing me off too. The penguin wearing the bunny hat is kind of turning a little bit to us. And we're going to do his eyes. And his eyes are pretty much little slits with little circles in them like that. And then we're just going to color his whole eye in. We're not going to do a whole bunch to his little eye. And shabam.
And you can continue.
Okay. So what we're going to do now, we're going to come off around his eye.
Well, where?
And we're going to come down and connect to the edge of the beak. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side of the beak. Come up. And we're going to go underneath his hat. And then we're going to come back out like that. And now we have the little back. Because it's a little baby penguin. And now it's time to start working on his body.
I can't tell any single line.
You're going to have a challenge when you start inking, that's for sure. So now we're going to work on the body. Now the body
looks like a marshmallow that's melting, maybe?
Maybe a marshmallow. I would say like a weird dress, maybe.
Or a weird egg. A very weird egg.
And so we're basically just going to...
That's the longest baby body.
Actually, I think I'm going to come up a little bit wider. Yeah, there we go. I want him a nice wide body. But his body is essentially this shape.
Can I have this?
Try and wedge him out a little bit as if you're getting tighter up here. So from this same line, just come out a little bit more.
Like this.
And then go ahead.
That's too big.
You don't want him that big?
Look how huge that belly is.
Well, I like chunky animals.
Dad, look. That's how chunky you want this animal.
So if you want a skinny one, then you can make a skinny one. I want a chunky one.
Nope, business.
So now we're going to do his little flipper.
Wait, aren't we supposed to do that after because of the donut?
Nope. We'll do the donut. I like to do the flipper first. Tells me where the donut's going. And you're going to curve it as if it's curving around his body. So you're going to curve that flipper and then do the same thing on the outside.
Like that?
Yep. But go up higher.
Yeah.
All right, that's a big penguin. Now.
Oh yeah, aren't the bellies? I forgot.
We're going to come right
here. The bellies
here.
are white.
No, not for baby penguins.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
solid gray with a black head. They don't get that. They don't get the emperor penguin look until later.
I think I'm gonna
So,
add
underneath his armpit, we're going to draw this kind of curved line. Now pretend like you're wrapping around the
Right,
object.
This is a toy and you're wrapping something.
Yep, pretend he's cylinder. So you're going to be wrapping around him.
And then connect to these sides.
Now for this one, I wouldn't do that. I would just come out with like lines, but slightly curved. And then what we're going to do a circle. And I want a big old donut.
Yeah, everyone likes a big one. We actually had donuts today.
We did have donuts today. And then we're going to do another circle.
Boom.
Right
Dad,
there.
yours looks like it's going under.
Under what?
Like, see? I don't know about you guys, but it looks like it goes like this.
I do. I want it to kind of do that because it's underneath his armpit. And then we're going to do a little line out this way. It looks like he's got his flipper on the other side.
Wait.
I think this baby penguin's a challenge, huh?
No, it's fine. I'm a pro.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm a pro. at this.
You're a pro at it? I like it. I like it. You're a pro.
Can I go get my inking stuff?
No, you'll get your inking stuff in a minute when we do that part. We'll fast forward that part like we normally do. So now that we got the donut, so what we're going to do is a little squiggly line like this, starting from here. Okay, not paying attention no more. You're doing your own thing now. And then we're going to do a little squiggly line like that. And go whoop, whoop.
And then since it's really hot under there, I'm gonna make it like dripping.
I mean, I picture this more like it's a floaty, but you're picturing it more like it's a real donut. So then we're going to do these like little, you don't want to change the directions when you do them. But essentially sprinkles. Donuts got to have sprinkles.
Well, it's not a donut.
Or it's not a donut if it don't have
It
sprinkles.
is a donut. It could be cement and sugar.
Nope.
Okay.
If
It's
it
not
do-
a donut.
It's not a donut if it don't have sprinkles.
Mine didn't have sprinkles. It had chocolate chips.
From looking at it, can you see if there's anything missing?
Let me see. Yeah, the feet.
The feet. So we got to do the little feet down here.
No,
And all we're
I'm
going to
not done
do...
with my sprinkles.
You're not done with your sprinkles?
I know.
So all we're going to do for the feet is just come out a line like this. And we're going to come over like that.
Wait, this way? Like this? Dad?
Mm-hmm. So come out like it's sitting in front of them. Oh, you gotta pay attention. Remember, when you're drawing, you have to also pay attention to your perspective. So your penguin, he's kind of a big guy, right? So we're gonna come out here and we're gonna do like that, all right? And to support this big old penguin, we need some big old feet,
I
right?
think this is an adult penguin.
And then we're gonna come up with a line like that.
Or it could just be close up.
It could be closed up, but your penguin look a lot bigger than mine. And then we're gonna do another little line over
To be
this
honest,
way.
it looks like one of those like Japanese penguins.
You think?
A little.
And we're gonna do the same thing over there. And boom! No, you're not following the direction. I'm losing you. I'm losing you. Oh no, penguin foot down.
don't have one foot.
Penguin foot down. Penguin foot down. You don't like it?
No.
You don't like penguin foot down? All right, I think we got that penguin foot back. I think it's back there. I think we're good. I think we're safe. And then little circle. Little circle. Okay, so there we go. We should do a little bunny tail because he's in like a little outfit. So we'll
Right
go
here,
ahead
I'm gonna put.
underneath the
Should
donut.
we do like a string to make it?
Nah. Underneath the donut.
No, it would be near his booty.
Underneath the donuts near his booty.
That's big.
So we're going to start off by this donut up here. And we're going to come up with like a circle like that.
That is too big.
You'll see. He's got to have a bunny tail.
Yeah, but no. What is that?
It's a ponytail.
No, but it looks like it got cut off.
I don't think it looks like it got cut off. It's a bunny tail.
My bunny tail's looking different today.
Okay, then you do your bunny
There's
tail.
not bunny.
I'll do my bunny tail, and we'll have a good time with our bunny tails.
Oh, I stopped saying bunny.
Our bunny tails.
Dad.
Okay.
Oh,
Actually,
wait,
look-
wait.
What?
I forgot that part. You forgot to mention
I already
that
did that.
Yeah, but I did.
That's because you're too busy goofing off.
What are you messing with?
Correcting.
Don't correct me.
Okay, guys. Now we've had a fun-filled 15 minutes and 40 seconds.
You really
This
like
is
that
how-
Time.
I'm looking at the time. So this is how you draw a bunny. Now we're going to go ahead. We are going to ink it and color it, but we're going to ink and color in fast time. But ink we're going to do, and then we'll come back and show you that finished. So let's go ahead. We're going to get started. And here we go. Move your hands. All right, guys, we're back after both inking and coloring. So we both did the same. I think we did the same gray, but we essentially did a gray,
No, I did.
purple donut, and I'm thinking a white bunny hat as well too. But why don't you explain yours a little bit more?
So this is sunlight coming off from the sun. I did some hearts in my signature up here. I did this pink because
Why
I
not?
like pink. And I had freckles, cheeks. I used metallic color for some snow too, as you can see. Then these clouds are very far away, so this is their snow going down. And then I don't know if you can see, but that's green, and then this is blue. And then there's a string attached to it because it probably will break any moment, probably.
Okay.
And now it's Dad's turn.
So I left the tail and the hat white just to match them. I only colored in the ears with a pink and then a darker pink, or I think that's a magenta. I think it's the same color Iris used over here on her pink. So like a magenta color.
I actually used to be correct, a vivid pink.
A vivid pink. I think I used a magenta then. And then yellow feet, same thing. So I only did this in like 3 colors. And then our markers were kind of dying, so we have like a whole bunch of markers in each one. I tried using my real brush pens,
Some of
Iris's
these.
markers. So we're running out, so we did several different colors to try and layer.
Yeah,
just to
usually, you can kind of see that's a little lighter underneath.
yeah, I got a little scratchiness there. But
That
then the
shame on
eyes
you.
are blue. And then we did some metallic markers for this kind of
From my
metallic thing.
material.
From Iris's material. And so we had a lot of fun with this one. Iris, did you have a lot of fun with this one?
Yes, I did. I like that. It's very chunky.
It's very chunky. Yeah, like I see, I told you a chunky baby penguin
look,
was.
it's like the size that you pick one up.
I think so, maybe.
Like,
I want to say they're bigger, most likely. They're probably, you know, like
that big, that big.
They're probably that wide.
That wide?
Yeah, Mama and Dad, it's like
Oh my
5-foot
God.
penguins. They're like 3 to
Yeah.
4 feet penguins for the emperor penguin. They're big. And so, so you had a lot of fun with this
Yes.
one.
And what we drew is basically a penguin with a donut and
It makes no sense.
an Easter head and a little funny tail.
Maybe it's a floaty. He's about to go swimming.
No, it's an actual donut. That's
an
why
actual-
it's so chunky.
Okay, so that's why he's so chunky. So,
We hope you had fun and happy Easter.
happy Easter. Please subscribe to the channel for more content. And we hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll catch you next time. And we'll catch you later.
Have a good Easter.
Have a good Easter. Bye-bye. Keep waving.
Alright, bye.